What do we got over here? I'm gonna assume it's not blocked off. Some Pokemon live in the forest, some Pokemon live in the mountains. I said those backwards. So many different species. They're gonna let me just leave the town without doing the gym battle? Someone's gonna block me. No one's gonna block me. It's Glimwood Tangle. Impidimp! Oh, Team Yell is gonna block me. Hello, Team Yell. Can't drown us out, mate. We'll just turn the volume up. Marnie, that spells victory to me with the knick-knack paddywhack. Give Growlithe the bone. Marnie's gonna send you home. Okay, so we are being turned away. That's okay. Anything in these grass? No. There are encounters in these grass. What do we got? Ah, Sinistea. Okay. So we would have got him if I just waited like 5 seconds longer. That's okay, though. We've already captured one. 35. Okay, suddenly we're not over-leveled anymore. We are right on pace. We are on target. Exactly where we need to be. What other Pokemon we got in here? I'm sure you can catch Impidimp. Okay, we can catch the evolved form of Hattrem. We already have one of those too, so that's not a concern. We already have one, and she's amazing. I'm very excited to have her on the squad. I'm hoping she evolves one more time. Mason, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Oh, it's a shiny! No, it's not. It's just a regular. I don't know why I got that excited. Okay, we're fine. It's just a Phantom, boys and girls. I don't know why. For some reason on the screen, it felt like it was a different color and my heart shot out of my chest. It's just a Phantom. No concerns. Anyway, thank you, Mason, for the tier 1 subscription. Please enjoy the Jolteon that ran across the screen before I scared it away by freaking out. And on a 3-month streak for 6 months total, half a year. Thank you so much. We got Swirlix. I'm gonna guess there's a bunch of fairy types in this forest. Ow, that actually genuinely hurt my heart extremely badly to scream at such volume. I'll check one more Pokemon. I just got excited because Phantom is one of my favorite Pokies. There's a... That's not Impidimp. That's a demon. I am considerably farther than you. If you do not want spoilers, Mason, I would yeet out now. I'm gonna assume this is the evolution of Impidimp. This is the devil. What is this thing? Can I even catch you? I might not be able to catch this thing. It said it's a very strong looking Morgrowth. Oh, he's gonna die. Well, if I hit this move, he's gonna die. That's unfortunate. Okay, please don't hit. Hit yourself in confusion, please. No, he's gonna get yeeted. Okay, well, you know, we might come back. What the heck? I'm not so sure I like that thing anymore. I liked Impidimp a whole bunch. That guy's a little weird. I'm assuming he has a third evolution, because that does not look like a final evolution, but I don't know how I feel about that. If you are still here, Mason, what's your opinion of the game? He's an edgelord? He is. What's your opinion of the game so far? I think, how far, you said you beat the first gym, right? Hey there, thanks for rolling by to have a chat with you, mate. The ball guy. Heavy ball. Thank you for the heavy ball. Because I'm literally in love with this game. And feel bad for all these nerds on Twitter that don't want to play it because they don't like the way the trees look. Because they're missing out on a really good game. Be sure to win. Okay. Oh, it's fighting type. Hold on. If it's fighting type, let's get Hattrem out here. No, I don't want to move an item. I want to move Hattrem. And I would like to take on the gym challenge. Okay. Oh, he is a new gym challenge. They know me. Hello, sir. You're a gym challenger, right? Are you going to apply to this gym challenge? I am. Then head into your changing room and change into your uniform. Then go to the gym mission room. I can do all of those things if you want me to. Go, number 411. But there's no Weedle, that's true. Why would I even play this game if I can't get Weedle for the 65th playthrough in a row? What the heck is this? Plinko. What's that thing called? Plinko? It's like Plinko 2.0. just beat the 3rd gym and got caught up catching everything, but I love this game. I don't know. I missed it. I don't know if I'm to complete the mission. You need to ride in one of these cups and make your way to the goal while trying to avoid obstacles. Let me tell you a bit more about how they operate this fun attraction. Rotate the control stick to the right, and the cup will spin to the right. Rotate to the left and spin left. If you hit a wall, rotate the stick as quick as you can to get yourself out of a sticky situation. Now reach the goal. I don't know if I just want to like these games so much because there's been so much negativity surrounding them, but it's legitimately like maybe the most fun that I've had in a... It's certainly better than Sun and Moon. It's certainly better than Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I think I like it better than X and Y. We'll see, and I'm only like halfway through the game, so like the back half could suck. But I saw a tweet today that said that the back half is even better than the first half, so that's exciting. But it's probably the most fun I've had since 5th gen. I don't know where obviously I gotta finish it and let it sit for a while to get actual like rankings for the generations, but it's really good so far. I think the designs, oh my gosh. The designs for some Pokemon have been pretty good so far. A couple misses every now and again that I'm just like, but what generation doesn't have Mons that you're like, Even Gen 1, which most people would consider like, you know, it's the core, it's the best Pokemon design, it's the fundamentals. You got Mr. Mime in that generation, so it's not like not like you win every single time. So there have been some in this one that I don't love, and that's okay. You look pretty dizzy, you're sure you can battle in that condition? Because there's also been some that I really, really like. Like Flapple, for instance. Hello, Stuffle. Flapple's fantastic. This hat Pokemon's pretty awesome too. Pretty adorable. It's not so livid compared to like the Ralts of this generation, which I would agree. Only thing is I haven't had a challenge yet. I had a challenge early on because I was just I was like rotating my team around so much that I was pretty underleveled for a long time, but I spent all of yesterday doing raid battles in the wild area and I got like 1,000,000 XP candies, and so at the beginning of today's episode I used a bunch of them and I accidentally leveled up a little bit higher than I should have, so I'm having a pretty easy time today, but I don't think I would not describe my time up to this point as easy. I've actually gotten bopped several times, which is good. It's basically what people were asking for. It's a game that you can make as challenging as you want to. I think people were concerned that having the EXP share always on would make the game extremely easy, and I don't think it does. Unless you spend the time grinding and stuff, then it might, but I think if you take a natural progression through the game, catching Pokemon every now and again, doing trainer battles, and doing gym battles, I think the level progression in this game is like right on par with that to give you a decent challenge. But if you spend time grinding, or spend time catching a bunch of Pokemon, or spend time in the wild area and get a bunch of rare candies, then they give you that option to make it easier if you want to, because you can just level up your Pokemon like I accidentally did, and now it's pretty easy. So it's like a self-controlled difficulty slider. I like that. Although they also don't have either of my actual favorite Pokemon, Nidoran and Bulbasaur, so that's a little pee-pee hands. I do apologize if they didn't make it in the game, Yeetus. I've had a very solid impression from watching you play. Oh, I appreciate that. I've also had a very solid impression from playing, so. And Jinx's Monka. Oh, I forgot about yeah, see? Oh god, Boxing Glove! Yeah, you can't tell me. Oh no, dead end. Push me up, daddy. You can't tell me that when you've got Pokemon like Mr. Mime and Jinx in Gen 1, not every Pokemon is gonna be a winner. But I would agree, Mason, that there have been some really good Pokemon in this generation that I've seen. Like, I'm not even kidding. Flapple is probably my favorite grass type ever. I know it's early to say that. I think he's my favorite grass type ever. I'm also happy that he's a grass dragon that actually makes sense to be grass dragon, unlike Alolan Exeggutor, which makes little to no sense as being grass dragon. He actually is a grass dragon, which is cool. If I have one complaint about this game, and I talked about it a little bit earlier, there's a lot of Pokemon in this game that I feel like should be dual types. And maybe some of them will eventually evolve into dual types. But they seem to really like the solo typing in this game. Like, for example, I don't want to spoil too many. But like, this Pokemon right here looks like... When I first saw it, I thought it was Fairy type. And then it used Psychic type moves, so I was like, it must be Fairy Psychic. It's just Psychic. Which is fine, it could maybe eventually be Fairy Psychic, and maybe they didn't want it to step on Gardevoir's toes by being Fairy Psychic, so I can understand this just being a singular type. This guy is just pure Steel, which is... I guess pure Steel is fine. I thought he was gonna be Steel Ground, but that's okay. And then, oopsies! Oh, you can't access your box in here. Okay, never mind. We can look at the decks instead. But again, I'm trying not to spoil too many Pokies. There's just really one other that we just caught. Where he at? Not Sinistea, not Morpeko. This guy too. I thought for sure this thing was gonna be fighting water, but it's just pure fighting, which is kind of confusing because it's an octopus, so I thought it'd be water type. And also fighting water is a pretty rare type, so I thought it'd be cool to have him, but they didn't do it, which is sad. Same thing with Surfetch'd. I thought Surfetch'd was going to be fighting and flying, but he's just a fighting type. No flying type on top of it, which makes me a little sad. And then there was another one too. I don't know where he is, but who was it? Oh, it's a Pokemon you find in the desert that really looks like it should be ground dark, but he's just pure ground, which is sad. And again, maybe it's just because yeet. Maybe it's just because like they already have. Oh, bruh. Maybe it's just because they already have a fan favorite ground dark type in Crocodile that they don't want to step on his toes. So they're like, well, we can't do that. We've already done that. We gotta make it something else this time around, and they just do pure ground. But I feel like there's been a lot of mons in this game that end up just being pure typing, which there's nothing wrong with, like I said, but I like dual types a lot. I like having two different options for stab. Hello, final trainer, before we fight the gym leader. Our job is to defeat the reckless gym challenges. I guess the other thing that hasn't really won me over in this game yet is like camping and making curry, but they add those features into just about every Pokemon game, and I've really I don't do any of them, like literally ever. Oh, we should be fine. We should be fine. Like in the last game, they had the little Pokemon play with your Pokemon and fix its poison, even when it was like poisoned or paralyzed. Instead of just going into that menu and getting rid of it, I'm like, I'll just use an antidote because I don't really feel like doing that. So those features are never really the reason that I play Pokemons in the first place. So I don't feel too bad not enjoying them. So maybe after I finish the main story and get tired of raids, which I haven't yet. The raids are some of the best things they've added. But if for some reason I get tired of raids, then, you know, maybe I switch over to using yeet. Maybe I start getting really interested in curry. I don't know. But I honestly don't see myself doing too much with my curry decks. Caparaja wants to learn Strength. I mean, it's better than Stomp in just about every way. Except for the lack of flinching, but that's okay. You've been bopped by more wild Pokemon than trainer bat? Yeah. That's one thing I've noticed is the wild Pokemon, typically the wild Pokemon are like vastly underleveled compared to the gyms you're going into, which make it hard to, like anytime you catch a new Pokemon, it means spending like 15 minutes training that Pokemon up so that you can use it for the upcoming gym. I kind of like that you can just add a Pokemon to your team and not have to worry about that too much. Also having the Pokemon in the wild area that are just like level 60s walking around is also very cool, but I've also been bopped by them several times. I have gotten stuck in one of those battles and been unable to get away and like nearly swept several times, which is cool. The gym mission has been cleared. I'm hoping we can get like 2 or after this, I'm hoping we get like 2 or 3 more gym badges. Maybe up to the 7th badge in today's stream. I want to get close to beating this. Oh, it's B. Everyone loves B. She's got knee pads too. What's with this? Everybody in this generation wears knee pads. Welcome, Gym Challenger. I'm B. Do you have an unshakable spirit that won't be moved no matter how you are attacked? I think I'll just test that out, shall I? Also, this gym theme is probably the best in any game I've ever played. It literally gets me extremely hyped every time it comes on. It's impossible not to. Hit him on top to start things off. Okay, we're going competitive. And he's doing his speed skating. I'm not concerned. Okay. Okay. I don't think I'm going to Dynamax with Hatchram. I think I could set up a Calm Mind. Let's do one Calm Mind. Let's set up a little Calm Mind here. Just to get the mind calm, you know, and all that. There you go. Big brain plays. Counter. Whoa. Is he going to go for counter again? No, let's go for Side. I don't think he goes for counter 2 times in a row. I also don't have any physical moves, so it's not like it can do anything to me anyway. Oh. Goes for the revenge this time, which actually does damage to me, so kudos to you. We'll go for another Psy Beam. If any of his mons have Sucker Punch, we might be in trouble, but I'm not too concerned. Unless he has... Well, I got Fairy type moves, so if he sends in like a Pancham or Pangoro or anything, or Scrafty, Arctozolt 35, wants to learn Avalanche. Yeah, I like the sound of that. See you later, Powder Snow, since he's a physical attacker. We'll get rid of that. 1-2, ta-da. Goodbye. Pangoro. Do I know what that Pokemon is? That's the evolved form of Pancham, the exact Pokemon I just mentioned. Okay, I'm going to stay in. I am not concerned by this beautiful creature. Maybe I should be. But I have a quad-effective Dazzling Gleam that I think will take you out. Oh, but you're faster, so I am dead. See you later. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm very over-leveled, so this game is easy now. Okay, I think Flapple's probably the right answer here, and I think I'll probably go ahead and Dynamax. Yeah, I think this is the turn to Dynamax. Let's go ahead and Dynamax and Max Airstream. Hopefully we outspeed this thing. Dynamax is also a fantastic feature. I think, again, these are all gut reactions, so come back to me in like a year and maybe it'll change, but I think Dynamax is like the perfect in-between of Mega Evolution and Z moves. They put in Mega Evolutions, but Mega Evolutions were a little bit broken because you didn't die. You end up with this ridiculously powerful Pokemon. Night Slash, that's gonna hurt. Yikes. You end up with this like ridiculously powerful Pokemon that you can use for the entire match, and it made competitive that they had to limit it so you can only use 1 per team because they were so broken. And some of them are literally banned because they're so strong. Looking at you, Mega Kangaskhan. And then they had Z moves, which were more balanced because you could only use 1 for the entire game. Surfetch just come. You could only use 1 for the entire game, but because of that, they were kind of boring. Like, I found myself never using Z moves. Even now, I'm playing through Ultra Moon on YouTube, and I'm doing a Nuzlocke, in which case it is very imperative for me to use the strongest moves possible so I don't die. And I still never find, I never find myself wanting to use Z moves because they were kind of boring. I want to use Dynamax all the time, but maybe it's because you can't use it outside of battle. You can only use it in the gym battles that it's so exciting to use. Machamp. Does Machamp does he have a Gigantamax form? I think that was my last turn of Dynamax. It's time to dig in our heels. I'm not giving up, so neither should you. The last gym leader's final Pokemon didn't just Dynamax, it Gigantamax. Oh shoot, we might be in trouble. I think this thing's going to Gigantamax. The crowd's getting into it. I should have been D-dancing! I think I'm better off just going for an acrobatics. I think this thing's gonna kill me in one shot. If it knows Ice Punch, it is Gigantamax. Let's just destroy everything. Your skill is worthy enough. Gigantamax, Machamp. Bruh, holy crap. Just when you thought he couldn't get even more yoked, his arms just start rippling. Please tell me we're faster. Okay, we are. I don't think we're gonna kill it though. Oh my gosh, not even close. Max Darkness. Okay. We're alive. We're living. You lower my special defense. Doesn't matter. I love when the crowd starts singing. It's pretty awesome. Okay, well, unless we get a crit here, we're gonna die. And that's okay. We did not get a crit here. We're gonna die. G-Max Chai Strike. I'll use Karate along with my Pokemon's move. G-Max Chai. Is that like a special? I think that's a special. It does focus energy along with a Gigantamax move? That's like a signature Gigantamax move. Okay. Well. Who's my fastest Pokemon? Probably Inteleon. Inteleon, your HP's so low. Okay, we'll just go ahead. You know what? I'm so sassy, I don't even care. Just take out this thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dude, he didn't even do. Did you see? He doesn't care at all. He didn't even do the fancy down here and shoot. He just said, oh, you? That was kind of cool. That was kind of hype. Inteleon's growing a little bit. It's still not as... It's still different than I thought it was going to be. Wants to learn Liquidation? Aren't you a special attacker? Yeah, Liquidation doesn't make much sense. Unfortunately. You're speedy, holy cow, but you are fragile. Yeah, we don't need Liquidation. I kind of like him just doing the point and shoot instead of the actual full-on, down on one knee, super extra shoot. I felt the fighting spirit of your Pokemon as you led them in battle. 57-60 for winning. Thank you for the battle. Facing you gave me all the explanation I needed. Battling against you and your team, I hadn't expected it, but it made my heart dance. It's good to be unshakable in the face of battle, but it's good to be moved by battle as well. Thank you again. Take the fighting badge. Thank you so... What the heck is this shake? Why are you putting your other... Why do you have to support your other arm when you're doing the handshake? What is that? I can catch Pokemon up to level 40. I hope you'll meet many more trainers that have many more matches in the future. And I hope that every one of those encounters will nourish your spirit. They might. Challenger Judge, congratulations on defeating Leader B. Please take this team to commemorate your victory. Revenge. She does karate, her arms are jacked. That's true. Gravity's like holding them down, so she's got to hold them up. That's a good explanation. It's still kind of weird though. Oh no, this is hilarious. So there was this chain on Facebook that was scenes from The Office. It was chain restaurants depicted by scenes from The Office, and I've literally had they put this. It's Popeyes, and they took a scene of Michael Scott saying nothing special. And I've had like 6 different people text me today asking me how I feel about it. And I saw it this morning and I was pissed. I read it, I was like, excuse me, who made this list? Because I would like to have a few words with you. Popeyes is like my favorite restaurant ever. And I've had like 6 different people send it to me. Am I only known for Popeyes? Is that the only thing I'm good for? Is my knowledge of Popeyes? TM32 Revenge. And take one of our fighting gym uniforms as well as a souvenir. I might just have to go get Popeyes for dinner just to make up for that. It's called being yoked, sweetheart. Look it up. Do you see these forearms? Clearly yoked. Do you see that? Thin as paper. The fighting badge suits you, Jersh. I hope you'll carry it just as you've been doing. Well, I mean, I don't know what else I'd do. Chuck it in the river, maybe? Popeyes plus The Office equals Jersh. That entire thread is basically me. Bawark. It's Yamper. You haven't evolved this thing yet? Come on. He's so much cuter when you evolve him. Sonia. Looks like my Yamper really likes you, huh? Anyway, we've run into each other at a good time. You know the mural here on Stownside? The one that looks like it was painted by a 4-year-old? It's said to tell the story of the hero of Galar as well. Though, what's there today is actually a replica of the ancient art that used to be there. You tend to have surprisingly sharp insight, so I was wondering what you might think when you see the ruins. Kaboom! I mean, I already told you what I thought when I saw the ruins, which was... It looks like a child painted it. Hello. What? What in the world was that? Sounds like it came from the direction of the ruins, too. Let's have a look. Come along, Yamper. Run! Okay. We can go check out the ruins again, if I must. Hold on, allow me to ride my bike up the stairs. Oh, this is dangerous, kids. Do not try this at home. Wait, what are you doing? You stopped. Hello? What's going on up there? Oh, are my Pokemon still dead? I might want to heal them first. Oh, we're very alive. I don't know why they're alive, but I'll take it. Okay, let's go. What's going on up here? I pedaled over here as fast as I could. We're going on a date with Sonia? You stole my Pokemon! Destroy it all. We're going to find those wishing stars. Raj. Why? That's not a psychic type. Why do you have that? We've got to bring the chairman more wishing stars if we want to please him. Kaparaja. Oh, you're the chairman's Pokemon. Chairman's evil. If you're truly the chairman's Pokemon, then you should feel grateful for this chance to help him find wishing stars. Hello. Oh my, you again. You think you can start collecting wishing stars now and get in the chairman's favor? That's the way of things, is it? I see. So you have some cunning in you. But I won't have it. I won't allow anyone to stand in my way. That was an interesting sound at the beginning of battle. Beatty, let's freaking go. I'm going to take you down. Delusion. That was me being concerned. Maybe I should have kept Brutal Swing. Level 32. I cannot do much against you, so I'm gonna go into Santa Scorch. Let's get Santa Scorch out here in all his beauty. I do like this Pokemon a whole lot. I should have Gigantamaxed Santa Scorch. Yikes, that's some damage. I definitely should have Gigantamaxed Santa Scorch in the battle. I totally forgot that he has a Gigantamax one. Although I don't know if every time you Gigantamax him, like every Santa Scorch that gets Gigantamaxed, that Dynamaxes has the Gigantamax one, or if it's only special Santa Scorches that can Dynamax. I actually don't know how that works. We should try it next time. Gothorita. I mean, I'm gonna stay in. You did a lot of damage to me, but I think we'll probably just one-shot you with Bug Bite repeatedly because I'm 5 levels above you, so allow me to just do this. You didn't die! And I'm dead! Why do you know Rock Tomb? Oh, just kidding. We're not dead. Because you are not a physical attacker, yet you chose to use a physically attacking move, which makes little to no sense. Next, please. Ponyta, which I think is the Galarian Ponyta, aka... Is it Fairy? I think it's part Fairy. So I'm gonna go into Kaparaja and hit you with a Heavy Slam. Okay, Galarian Ponyta. You're not part fairy because this would be super effective. You're, again, why? Look, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I love you. You're very good games. If I can make one complaint, why is this thing that is literally a My Little Pony with cotton candy hair not part fairy? Blows my mind. Maybe when it evolves into Rapidash it'll be part fairy, but for now, I have no idea why it's not part fairy. And you have a Hatchrim as well. I'm gonna evolve my Hatchrim before you evolve your Hatchrim, and that's a promise. Alright, so pure Psychic. I'm just gonna go into Arctozolt just because I like Arctozolt. And I want him to get some experience. I have to win this for the chairman. Do you really think I let you keep everything from me? Hatchrim. Okay. What does Avalanche do again? Does more damage when you do it twice in a row? Move info. The power is doubled if the user has been hurt in the same turn. I'm gonna guess you're faster than me, so I'm gonna go for it. My partner's move is simply splendid, wouldn't you say? I hate this old lady. Psybe. It's an old lady pretending to be a kid. Alright, so Avalanche will do double damage, which means, yeah, you're dead as can be. And a crit on top of it. Has this man crit every time he's attacked? Arctozolt is amazing. Sorry, Beatty. This has to be some kind of mistake. I demand a do-over. That, I hate to say it. Look, I don't judge anybody for their fashion choices. That watch does not fit. You might want to get a couple bands taken out of that, I think. Again, you do you, but I'm just here to let you know that does not fit even a little bit. But why? How can this be? How could someone like you get in my way? I was the one chosen by the chairman. I was the one who defeated the champion. No, you didn't beat the champion. I'm one of the elite, someone who can shoulder the future of the Galar region. Ooh, Yeti. Forget about Sonya. Challenger Beatty. Those eyes are as dead as I remember them. I wondered what you were up to when you asked to borrow Chairman Rose's Caparaja. I can't believe you tried to use the chairman's Pokemon to destroy a historical site. Who cares for some ancient ruin when the next 1,000 years are at stake? Did you stand in the path of a Pokemon's simple beam or something? How do you expect to support the chairman with that sort of thinking? Dad Bod himself is here. Young Beatty. It pains me to have to say this, but I am truly disappointed. It's true that I am the one who found you back when you were all alone. I saw talent in you. You reminded me a bit of myself back when I was young. That's why I sent you to a trainer school, to give you a chance at success. Don't you dare talk to my waifu like that. I can't do a read. But trying to destroy the mural, part of Galar's history, you show no love towards Galar. You are clearly not a worthy challenger for the Get Yeeted! We will decide what to do with you later. For now, you will return to Hammerlock. Beatty is Miles Garrett, and the wall is Mason Rudolph. And the Caparaja is Mason Rudolph's helmet. And you're out of there! You must be joking, right? You're disqualifying me from the gym challenge, but you're the one who endorsed me. There are 100 different ways we could sort this out. Why are you choosing the worst possible option? Challenger BD, I'll be taking those wishing stars you have gathered. I think this is all a misdirection. They want us to think that Chairman Rose is a good guy, which is why he's getting rid of this meanie in BD. But he's actually evil. I guarantee it. Yikes. Yeah, that was a not so good moment in the history of the NFL. Ah, Sonya and Jerks too. Terrible shame all this. An absolute disaster. I never wish to see us lose challengers for this sort of reason. Yet we do what we must to keep things fair and sportsmanlike. You know, during one of Beatty's matches, I heard the announcer say that Beatty has no family. Apparently it was Rose who took Beatty under his wing, and so Beatty was battling for the chairman's sake. What an awful turn of events. I hope that mural survived all that. Sonya, I got a feeling you just jinxed it. Sonya! Why would you jinx it? Bro, what if she just got crushed? That would be pretty intense for a Pokemon game, so probably not... Bruh. The look of discovery in her eyes. This is a nice cutscene. She's cracking the case. Imagine throwing 4 picks and finishing off the game getting beat over the head with your... It is literally insult to injury, or injury to insult, I guess would be a better way of phrasing it. Not a brilliant turn of events, but the ruins were brought into light for us to see. What does this tell us about Galar's legends? There's 2 heroes! A Pokemon, a sword and shield? Right, more than any hero. There's those things that appear to be Pokemon that stand out. Is this the same music that played in the forest in the beginning of the game? I remember those da-na-na-na-na. Not just that, but those Pokemon appear to be holding a sword and shield as if they were using them. Anything else look interesting to you? I'm gonna go ahead and save those for later. The hero was actually 2 people, yes. Oh, good observation. There really were 2 heroes, but if that's the case, then why only the one statue with the Badoo drop in? Because they're version exclusive statues. You gotta make sure you play both games to see both Okay. More than any statue or of a hero or old tapestry, these ruins made in truly ancient times must show us the real truth, which means... I don't know that either of these is accurate. The sword is a Pokemon. Yup, I was thinking the same thing. My favorite part of the whole thing was when the commentators started referencing the pre-existing specific rule that said you can't take off someone... Oh, yeah. He got it. I also love that they kept showing the slow motion replays over and over of good, and they were like, man, I really wish, the commentators like, man, I really wish we didn't have to watch this replay. Let's see it from a different angle. Goosh, man, I'm sorry we have to show you this, guys. How about in slow motion? Goosh, over and over. Yup, I was thinking the same thing. Seems like at some point in history, the sword and shield were combined with the 2 actual Pokemon and treated as the same thing, but then what? They just faded from history? 2 young heroes, the sword and shield, were actually Pokemon, but why would the truth of these ruins be hidden when their stories were depicted in artwork? With your help, I feel like we've made a really big discovery here. Thanks, I'll give you a couple of these. So keep giving it your best in the gym challenge too. Okay. Guess you'll be headed for Balonley? Baloney? We're going to Baloney next. 2 revives, thank you. He also said it's the worst thing he'd ever seen on a sports field. That's true. I don't endorse it, but the commentary was good. I also love, I can't tell if he was taking a shot at Joe Buck, but when they were watching one of the replays, one of the commentators was like, that is a disgusting act by Myles Garrett. And I can't tell if he was actually genuinely expressing that, because it wasn't a good look. Or if he was making fun of the Joe Buck call against Randy Moss. Have you seen that before, Yeti? The Joe Buck Randy Moss call. It's considered one of the most, like, the worst calls in sports history, because it's just, it's pure cringe is what it is. Randolph went for the... Oh, he did. He was definitely trying to... I'm not going to say he was innocent in the entire situation. You haven't, you'll have a look. Yeah, look up Randy Moss touchdown... Or just Randy Moss Joe Buck. And prepare to cringe at one of the biggest overreactions I've ever seen in my entire life. 2 revives. But I feel like the announcer in that game was making fun of Joe Buck's call on that with something that was actually a disgusting act. I feel like it was more artistic before. Did you paint it? Because that would make a whole lot of sense. She called it over-stylized artwork. Lol. That's a nice way of saying bad. Excuse me, Joshing. It's the statues that were hidden behind Stolen Sight's famous mural. They depict 2 heroes and 2 Pokemon. Okay. It's time to go to the forest now, I guess. We could try to catch another one of those. What was it called? Morgrams? I guess we could go... Diglett, you scared me. We could go try to catch a Morgram, I suppose. I'm assuming we're going to have a lot of fairy types in here, so... Actually, Arctozolt needs a little love, so we'll put Arctozolt out front. As we make our way through this beautiful forest. This was the lovely 24-hour live stream. Glimwood Tangle. This was the area where they did the 24-hour live stream. Please get me off the bike. Thank you. Should we add an Impidimp to the team? I'm kind of scared too now that I know what he turns into. It is unfortunate that we had to have that on our air live. Yeah, he didn't, I don't know if he thought he actually pulled down his pants. For those who haven't seen it, if you're watching this on YouTube or you're just lurking, Randy Moss, who's a stud, catches a nice touchdown pass. It's in Green Bay. He's playing for the Vikings. They're division rivals. So he goes to the end of the end zone and turns to the crowd and pretends like he pulls his pants down, like he's gonna moon them. And there's 2 commentators. One is Joe Buck, and I can't remember who the other is. The other commentator is loving it. He's like, Randy Moss is shooting the moon to the Green Bay crowd. This is great. And then he gets cut off with Joe Buck going, what a disgusting act by Randy Moss. It is unfortunate that we had to air that on our live television. I am so sorry you had to see that. It's gotta be one of the worst calls I've ever heard in my entire life. Besides, again, provided by Joe Buck, I think the Mitchell is probably worse, just in terms of how dumb it is. That's probably actually the worst call in maybe not all of sports history, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty... there's entire compilation videos out there of Joe Buck calling a game poorly, which is never good. Although, you know, he probably makes more money in a year than I will in my entire life, so, you know, it's working for him, so I can't judge him too much, I guess. And not that I could do any better, but I'm sure when you're that big a commentator and you commentate that many different things, you're bound to have some bad calls just because the sample size gets so large, but man, it seems like he hits them pretty often. Okay, we have a Curlia, and we have a Ninetales. I'm not really super prepared to take on this with an Arctozolt. Or a Centiskorch, if we're being honest. I think I will go into Inteleon. And also, we're probably fine staying with Centiskorch. And go for Flame Wheel on Jacqueline's Curlia. I like that it shows the trainer underneath as if it's important. Jacqueline, I'm coming for your... I got a vendetta against Jacqueline specifically. Ninetales going for the Incinerate. Not too bad. Can we 2-shot you with a Flame Wheel? I have a feeling... I was going to say I have a feeling that we can't, but turns out we can 1-shot you. Okay, and now we're just going to snipe this Ninetales out of existence and also bite it and win. Go ahead and shoot it. See, now he does the fancy one. Boom. Maybe it's just in the gym battle he doesn't do the fancy snipe shot? I don't know. I kind of liked him just standing there and being like, take it. One of the Spurs rivals scored in the new stadium last year and did a lewd ride the pony hip thrust. Is it like Dak's pregame warm-up? And my dude had some junk in the trunk. Oh no. Even the commentator said, I'm not sure what's more impressive, the goal or the I don't like the phrase post-goal package. Too strong. Guess I'll look for someone I can actually beat. That's hilarious. See, I don't... That's a normal reaction, though, to be like, alright, well, that was slightly minkus, but here we are. It's a little impotent, I see you. Why is impotent so scared? Snore. It's a little different to feel like you've been offended to your soul because someone pretended like they were gonna show the booty. I was fuming at the time. Well, that's true. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Joe Buck's a Green Bay fan. That's possible. I actually never considered that. And so maybe he felt personally attacked. Hello. Maybe he felt personally attacked at the thought of Randy Moss's Batuckus. Hello, Phantom. Oh my god, it's trying. I'm just kidding. I got really excited earlier. Turns out for little to no reason. I can't help but notice there's no Pokemon walking around in the overworld here. What's going on there, Game Freak? What's going on there, Game Freak? Too hard to code walking Pokemon in this area? He saw me through the thickets. Are you looking for mushrooms? They give off light when you touch them. Oh, when Alex Morgan did the... Did she do Pinky Up? I can't remember. I think she had Pinky Up. I remember that, and I remember a lot of people were not a fan of that. Also, I know we've seen this Pokemon in the, we've seen this Pokemon in, like, the cafes before, but I don't think we've ever actually fought a Milcery. Milcery? I'm gonna assume it's Milcery. We've never fought one before, so here it is. And there it goes. I like how its little cream bounces from blop to blop. People were calling it distasteful and implying it was racism? I didn't read that. I remember people being very mad about it because they were like, that's disrespectful. But I don't remember hearing it called racism. That's interesting. That's an interesting take. Yo, this Pokemon is slow, I gotta say. Arctozolt, you might want to get... She did the dang Pinky. Did they end up winning that game or did they lose? I can't remember. Oh, that was the year we won the World Cup, wasn't it? Or not the World Cup, the, is it the Women's World... Is it the Women's World Cup that we won that year? I don't remember. We won the whole World Cup, okay. I don't really watch men or women's soccer / football. Sinistea, I don't really watch either of those, so sometime, every now and again around, if it's World Cup time, because it's like the biggest celebration of soccer / football around. Sometimes I'll try to watch a game or two, but I typically don't, just because it's not my sport, you know? I feel like there's no use trying to force something to be your sport if you don't enjoy it. I will say I do like playing. A strong trainer, that's rarer than mushrooms. One of my favorite sports games to play is FIFA. I think FIFA makes some real good sports games, like compared to any others. Even, I'd put it up probably easily above almost any baseball game I've ever played. It's up there with Madden for sure, and Madden's typically like the cream of the crop. NHL games are also surprisingly fun to play. Hello, Hatina. Hatrim. NHL games are surprisingly fun to play. FIFA games are extremely fun to play. And Madden games, well, those have always been kind of the standard for me. I'd say I couldn't get away. Okay. Those have always been the standard for me. I'm not a big NBA fan. Obviously not huge into golf. A bag of bright powder. Everyone other than America hates the US team, so people just saw an opportunity to be mad. Makes sense. Oh, an Impidimp. Wait, why can't I get it? Okay. If you touch the mushroom, Impidimp no like. Impidimp will get absolutely pissed if you touch his mushroom. Just installed Madden a few days ago, not tried it yet. I mean, if I have one... That's cool. If I have one major gripe with the Madden games, it's that they really never change over time. They're essentially the exact same games today as they were when I haven't owned a Madden game, I should say, in... like 10 years. I think the last one I owned was like Madden... Might have been like Madden 11. Madden 11 sounds probably like the last game I owned on like Xbox 360. I've played some of the newer ones, but they essentially play the exact same. The only difference, obviously, is like the rosters. New players come in. Patty Mahomes is here now. I did consider getting the one with Tom Brady on the cover, purely because Tom Brady was on the cover, but even that wasn't enough for me to actually want to get it. How the heck do I get that item up there? Hello? Ma'am, do you know how to get that item up there? But, I mean, it's fun. I haven't played a Madden since Indeedy. What the heck is... It's this thing! Indeedy. Okay. Well, now I know what it is, but where the heck do I catch it? I'm sure I've missed it at some point along the journey. Play nice. I feel like this thing is 100% the Audino of this generation. Old Madden games used to be super cool with, the best part of them was their, like, character creator modes. They had awesome character creator modes where you could take on, pretend you're like a rookie coming into the league, you get drafted by whatever team, and you slowly, like, build up skills. It's almost like a football RPG. They used to be really good at stuff like that. And then I don't know if they just gave up or decided that wasn't what they wanted to do anymore. Okay, so you're fairy type. Probably. I don't know if they just gave up, decided they didn't want to do it anymore, or what, but they don't do many of those anymore. The franchise modes are still pretty fun to play from time to time. It's fun to build a team, do a draft, etc., pick your players, play the games. Those are fun. Another Indeedy. Okay, well, I'm assuming you're fairy, so I'm going to go into Caparaja. But yeah, I just, sports games in general they don't have the same draw for me that they used to. I used to have an MLB game, I think it was like MLB 2K7 or something like that, from like 2007. So pretty darn old, way back in the day. Albert Pujols was still on the Cardinals, so that's how old it was. I had the old Madden game that I played. You're not fairy type. What the heck are you? No idea. Had that MLB game. Had the old Madden. I had FIFA 14 was the most recent sports game I've owned, I bet. Unless you count like, oh, I see Angsty Boy right there. Morgrim. I guess we should try to catch this thing. Just because. Like, we already have the Impidimp, but why not just catch its evolution, and then if we want to add this thing to the team, which I might, if we want to add its evolution to the team, then I can just add this to the team, you know? Eat my Thunder Shock. Maybe get a para? Oh, it's like it's listening to me. Oh, I can't use the same move in a row. That's fine. I'll go for the Pluck. Hopefully you don't die. You ain't dying. We're fine. False Surrender. Ouch. That hurted, but I'm gonna catch you. But yeah, I had Super Mega Baseball, which was a fun baseball game, but it's not like a baseball game. Like, it's not like a hyper-realistic baseball game. Yo, you're kicking my butt, so I'd like to leave. Caparaja? Come on in. Other than that, I had a bunch of, like, fake sports games growing up. Like, I had the entire Mario series of fake sports games. Like, they had the Mario Super Sluggers or the Mario Super Strikers, soccer, baseball, Mario Power Tennis, Power Aces Tennis, whatever it's called. Mario Golf, of course, had that. Would love to catch you, Morgan, if you would just let me. Those were good games. Even before that, I had a bunch of games on Sega that were just horrible, like NHL 1997 or like MLB 2000. Literally just pixels running across the screen. Couldn't even tell what's going on. It basically, like, you'd be up to bat and you wouldn't like get to pick where you swing. You just click, it's just timing to click when to swing, and then it would play a short animation after. There was like a predetermined clip of where the ball was gonna go. You couldn't control the running or anything. It was basically just like press A with the good timing, and that was the whole game. And then we'll decide if you're gonna get a single or a double or whatnot. But it was also like 1997, so like it makes sense. All right, Morgrim. The devious Pokemon Dark Fairy. There's a dual type. I gotta say, you are ugly. I hate to say it. 27.6 pounds, 2'7" tall. When it gets down on all fours as if to beg for forgiveness, it's trying to lure opponents in so that it can stab them with its spear-like hair. Yikes. A little scary. I don't know if we're gonna add you to the team, my friend. I don't know if we're gonna add you to the team. We'll consider it. U-turn is a good TM. I'm glad that's still a TM. Yes, I know what U-turn does. Thank you. All right. Ooh, that's a big old jump. All right, let's get out of this forest. I think that's probably the last we have to do. This area is beautiful. I gotta give it credit. Oh, and we're going deeper? Deeper in the forest? This is the town. Ballinley. Okay, so we definitely have a fairy type gym coming up. Okay. Morlul just chilling around. Can I mess with these mushrooms? I cannot. Okay. Yo, there's 2 Hatrams just chilling on the top of the Poke Center. That's cute as heck. Okay, hopefully this town has some decent clothes, because I'm ready for a new outfit. This team's starting to look pretty solid, I gotta say. I heard the current MLB game had a fantastic RPG. Is it the show? I've heard that MLB The Show has a really good career mode, but it's only on, as far as I know, it's only on PlayStation. It's a PlayStation exclusive, which is a shame, because I don't own that system. I don't own that console, and I probably never will. Oh god, it's another painter. Fuga fuga gaga! I'm a Pokemon, have a battle with me! Listen for a second. Scorbunny and Sizzlypede are different species, but they're still both Pokemon. Scorbunny and I are different species too, just like Sizzlypede and I are different too. If you think about it that way, there's no problem with calling me a Pokemon. I don't mind. I feel like this is a strange societal commentary that I'd rather not get into. What? You don't have to worry about me. Even I know it's pretty lofty logic. I wanted to become a Pokemon once. I'm an open-minded individual personally, so I'm gonna tell him he can be a Pokemon. Hey, I've got it. A change of fashion style could change the way I feel too. Basically, if I can make myself feel the way a Pokemon does, it'd be like I become a Pokemon, don't you think? Would you please put some clothes with a fiery spirit that embodies my burning feelings? And Morlul says boing, and I couldn't agree more. Hello, twins. Opal. Oh, Opal. That's the old lady. Okay, we're gonna kick the old lady's butt today. Finding your way through Glimwood Tangle is a fair sight easier if you give the mushrooms a little nudge to light them up. I will say, are you in timeout? Don't interrupt our conversation. Oh gosh. Oh no, she's possessed. I will say, I don't have too many gripes about this game. Welcome, Pokemon Trainer. Like, I've loved almost everything about it. It does kind of feel like the routes in between areas could be a little longer. Maybe it just doesn't feel that way. Like, going back to earlier generations, I remember it taking forever to get through Mount Moon. But maybe it's just because I was running into Pokemon every 4 steps that it feels like it took a lot longer. And since you can avoid encounters easier now, which I think is a good feature, maybe it's making it a little bit easier to just run through the areas. So maybe they're no difference in size, but they feel a little smaller for some reason. Like connecting the towns, they feel kind of small. Oh, look at you, defeated Stow-on-Side's gym leader, eh? You'd probably know your way around a TM like this one in that case. Yo, that's a good TM. It's a good TM, indubitably. Mount Moon takes forever. Yeah, because it's too early in the game. You got like no money, so you can't buy repels. And even so, the nearest Mart is way back in Pewter City, so you really want to run all the way back there and get some repels? No. So instead, Zubat every 4 steps. Having your Pokemon learn moves of different types can be a real help, you know? Oh, I know! Evolution is a bit tricky for Pokemon trainers. If a Pokemon evolves, it'll get stronger, but its appearance will change. Do you want to know how to make your Pokemon strong without evolving it? Yes. Okay, you'll teach me while battling. Okay. We're going to do this battle, and I'm going to take a quick little break. I got to go let Doggo out. I need to make a quick call. Rita Elena. Oh, I almost dropped my controller. Dottler. We already had a Dottler. I miss him, honestly. I do miss him, even though he evolves into kind of a weird-looking guy. I still miss him nonetheless. Eat my ancient power. Yo, that's not nearly enough DiMaggio. And you set up the reflect. That's just a rude thing to do. Okay. Yeetus. One more of those will get the job done. A bug buzz. I wonder if we should have stuck with Dottler. Nah. I'm pretty happy with Scent of Scorch, actually. So far, I mean, I'm happy with both of the bug types. If there's no other bug types in the... Have we run into any other bug types? Scent of Scorch, that guy. I don't think we've seen any other bug types. If there's no other bug types in the game, I'm happy with where we're at right now with bug types. Even though my Dottler hasn't evolved yet, it was hard to... You have a Violite! Give me! Thank you for the Eviolite. That is actually very good. And that explains why your Pokemon was very tough to kill. Okay, that was a good, worthy battle. Alright, why is that Chinchou on the roof? There's no water up there. I'm going to take a very quick 5 or so minute break, let my dog out very quickly, make a phone call.